Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My full name is Diajeng Putri P. My student number is 216121052. And now, I would like to explain about learner autonomy. Definition of learner autonomy is means self-governing, and it comes from the Greek word autonomy, itself derived from autonomous, where auto means self and nomos means law. The term autonomy is imported originally from the field of politics and philosophy. Learner autonomy is a term that might be confused with self-instruction. The word autonomy carries a meaning of freedom and independence in a general sense, and the ability to manage one's affairs as opposed to a situation of dependence in which one subject to decisions and control from others. And then the general of classification, there are three general. The first is ability, the second is freedom, and in the last is desire. Description of classification. The first one is beliefs about teachers' role. Learners are expected to be aware of the roles of teachers and their roles because their belief as rigid their role may strongly influence their exercise of responsibility in or out of class and their red lines to learn English autonomously. It can be argued that students' belief about language learning are underpinned by the behaviors of teachers. And the second is motivation. Autonomous learners are motivated and reflective learners, which result in efficient and effective learner. By Little, 1991. Further, the development of motivation is the locomotive of LA, conducive to the development of LA. Indeed, motivation is essential in promoting autonomous learning. And the third is ability. Ability represents knowledge and skills related to studying language. And the fourth is freedom. Freedom is denoted as the degree to which learners are permitted to control their learning, either by specific agents in the learning process or more generally by learning situation in which they find themselves. And the fifth is desire. A desire for a specific purpose is how intensely learners intend to learn English and complete a learning task. This purpose, as we argue, should be culturally suitable in the context of Vietnam, where English language learning happens and students' desire should be expressed by specific thought and action. And then we have metacognition in language learning, language teaching, and language use. Consequently, the subordinate category metacognition relates to an awareness of and reflection on one's knowledge, experience, emotion, and learning of language. And the last is summary. Summary of this topic is learner autonomy is a term that may be confused with self-instruction. Learner autonomy has three general classifications, namely ability, freedom, and desire. Then, The description of the classification is explained more broadly. First, belief about the teacher's role, where teachers must be aware of their respective roles and responsibilities to provide appropriate teaching to their students. Second, motivation. Autonomous learners are motivated and reflective learners, which result in efficient and effective learning. The third is ability represent knowledge and skills related to studying and language. The fourth is freedom, is denoted as the degree to which learners are permitted to control their learning. Then desire. The desire for specific purpose is how intensely learners intend to learn English and complete a learning task. And in the last is metacognition in language learning, language teaching, and language use. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.